Hi again. In this video I will talk about the future workplace experience. So there are many research about the future workplace, so how the future will bring us, what will happen in the future. So one of the research is about the future workplace is this. So there are actually 10 rules for mastering disruption and recruiting and engaging employees. So there are actually, we should know it as HR or the company professionals. So what workers expect from work is changing, and the first one is right. They are expecting experience. So they like to be treated like a customer. They like to have a fun environment. They like to feel some emotions. So they like to live in a good environment. The second thing is the space. You should think about the space, because use space to promote a culture. So how would the space show the culture? How the space show the values of the organizations? So we should have some well-being programs, wellness programs, open space. And then the third one is right. People expect their managers or their organizations to be agile learners, agile leaders. So every time they want to discuss, they want to develop, they want to think further. Okay, what else we can do this one? And the second big change in disruptions in our organizations, right? Technology. Technology is transforming the organizations a lot. So one of them is right. Yes, it is changing. There are many robotics, digitization, AI is coming right now, and everybody's afraid. What will happen to me? So we should reskill our employees for the new skills, for the new, competencies. The third one is right, data. Data is very important. It is a new money for us. So in terms of recruitment, we should think about this. We should use the data a lot. So we should capture the employees' experiences, new joiners' experiences, candidates' experiences, and also we should create some kind of embrace on-demand learning. People nowadays, employees, they want to learn whenever they want, whatever they want, and wherever they want. So they want some micro learning, they want some short learning, they want some different learning. So they need to find whenever they want and wherever they want. And the last thing is right, there are some changing compositions of the workforce. We should be aware of this one as HR professionals. First one is multiple generations are working together. First time in history, 5 generations work together in the same organizations nowadays. So we can see all kinds of generations, and the others are coming also. And we should understand them, what they expect. So we should tailor our program, our processes to them. The second one is we should build some gender equality. So there are big difference between the males and females in organizations. So we should create some equality between the genders. And then another big change in organizations is now we call it gig economy, right? There are many now outsourced employees, professionals, contractual employees, contingent employees. So we work together, and they estimate that 30% of the employees will be gig or outsourced or consultants in 2025. So we should be ready. We should provide them the same training or the facilities to them also. And also we should always think, okay, what else we can do for our organization. So we should be a kind of a workplace activist in our organizations. Actually, in this book, what I like it, lots of things. So Laszlo Bock was one of the ex-HR manager in Google. So they created processes, systems for Google employees, and they actually create the kind of a best place to work in the world. And what they have done, actually many things. So they create a good environment. They use technology, they use innovation, so they give chance to people to think about it. Let's say 15% of time they are allowed to think and work on the different projects. They create some good stuff, good environment, free stuff for the employees, ease their life. They get together regularly by management, by themselves. They give feedback to each other, they support each other. They have 360, they have leaders, surveys, they run it and they share constructively with them. They support minorities, they support female employees, they train people, they train well, they use internal people as a trainer. So they have lots of good practices. So I highly recommend you to read this book, and there are tons of good stuff in it also. My last recommendations in terms of the future workplace are this. one of them is be aware of these disruptions. So everything is changing dramatically. So we should know the demographic change, technology change, digitization, agility, AI, everything is changing right now. And don't delay. If you delay, you will be too late. And the last thing is that you embrace the change. If you don't change it, you will be very late in this journey. So these were my suggestions. I highly recommend to read this book and think about this topic as a subject. So thank you very much for everything. So thank you for listening to me. See you in the next meetings, next videos. Bye bye.